You know, there's one thing I am most certainly not, and that is a denier that COVID exists, an anti-vaxxer, a tinfoil head, or whatever else you want to call it. But I really am starting to get a bit suspicious and worried about the way these figures are reported on a daily basis. Yes, COVID is real. Yes, people have died. Yes, it has been devastating for their health, mentally and physically, for thousands and thousands of people. I think at the last count, 126,000 people have died from this horrible disease. And families have lost loved ones long before they really should have done. You start to critically think about things, the way things are being reported, the way things are being portrayed. I mean, you look at programmes like Good Morning Britain, they're whipping us all up into a frenzy, trying to scare us all the time. Oh, we're doomed, we can't go on holiday, even though Piers Morgan went to Antigua. We can't go to the shops, we've got to wear face masks for years and years. It's all, you know, getting too much. So you start to think, what is going on? Now, where they report the death figures, they do it in a very interesting way. They say, I'll just pick a number out of my head, 100 people. They'll say 100 people have passed away within 28 days of a positive COVID result. Now, to the layman, you think, oh God, in the last 28 days, 100 people have died of COVID. Think about how they're saying what they're saying within 28 days. So 28 days ago, they could have got COVID. 14 days later, they could have recovered from COVID. 14 days after that, they could go get run over by a bus and end up brown bread. Yet COVID will appear on their death certificate. The figures increase, even though that person had COVID and recovered. You see where I'm going with this? Something doesn't add up. I think the whole calculation of the figures is a misnomer. I would really love to know, and probably will never ever find out unless you sent a Freedom of Information request to every hospital in the country who actually did have COVID when they died, instead of having it 28 days before they did. I would really love to know. That'd certainly be an eye-opener. Anyway, that's my thought for the day on that. Thank you for coming. 24 subscribers now. Please hit the subscribe button, help us spread, grow, and hit the like as well. Thank you very much. See you on the next one. Toodaloo.